Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The major mystery of where Victor was before his death on Days of Our Lives has just gotten a little more deeper. Though Shane couldn't pinpoint Beau's exact location, he confirmed that he's nowhere near the Mediterranean, which adds to the mystery of Victor's jet going down there. There could be several explanations for this. Perhaps Victor was merely passing through Greece to see the old homestead. But if he's really nostalgic for his homeland, they wouldn't be making such a huge deal about it. And obviously, he'd have notified Maggie he was going, especially since he left 3 days earlier than he was scheduled to. But what if another of Victor's offspring is in the Mediterranean but Beau isn't? And no, we're not referring to Philip. Wait a second. You realize it can't be her. Isabella passed away nearly 30 years ago. Cancer took her life in John's arms in Venice, Italy. That reminds us a lot of how Beau allegedly died in Hope's arms, from cancer. And we all know what happened to Beau. So what if Isabella isn't also alive? What if, like Beau, she'd simply been placed on ice, albeit for a little while longer? Venice doesn't seem like a place to keep someone alive, but Victor may have had her relocated to Greece to keep an eye on her. It would just be a short hop away, right in the Mediterranean and away from prying eyes, as he had been trying desperately for years to bring her back. And you're probably thinking to yourself, right, well, we've seen her spirit visit her loved ones a number of times in the decades since she died, so she's definitely dead. And you'd be correct. Her spirit, like Beau's, has returned to visit. That meant nothing to him. Isabella, Day's ghost, pays Brady a visit in the park. When it came time to bring the characters back, ghosts never made a difference on any soap show. Furthermore, when Days of Our Lives brought Beau back, they made it obvious that while he was in suspended animation, his spirit was in heaven, yearning to rejoin with his body. Why couldn't Isabella be like her? Cancer allegedly took both of them, but the difference is that while Victor had the wherewithal to keep Isabella on ice, he never had a method to bring her back. Until Dr. Rolfe worked it out with Beau, Victor might have reasoned that with one child returned from the grave, he could get all of his children back. He wouldn't even require Dr. Rolfe. All he'd need is whatever he performed with the prisms. Maybe, just maybe, Victor was finally succeeded, only for his jet to crash before he could tell anyone. It would be ideal time. The racer is returning, perhaps with Tate, to say goodbye to great-grandpa and introduce him to his grandmother. Brady is torn between Chloe moving on from him to Xander and Kristen, ripping Rachel away from him after pushing him to the edge. He never met his mother, at least not alive, because she died barely 5 months after he was born. But if there was ever a time when he needed her, this is it. Then there's John and Marlena, who have successfully overcome demonic possession, Orpheus poisoning, and Megan's meddling to reclaim their happiness. What better moment to rekindle John's old love? Yes, she's been gone for a long time, but losing a lover may be painful. Simply ask Isabella. When Marlena resurrected, she almost killed John. And, without being crass, we're quite sure a significant chunk of the Kyriakises are about to be, so why not toss in one more person to wrangle over the inheritance? What are your thoughts? Would Isabella Toscano return to Days of Our Lives after all these years? Days of Our Lives spoilers hint that if given the opportunity, Martha Madison, Belle Black Brady, might easily transition to a new setup home. Madison spoke with TV Insider about her choice to leave Days and whether she'd be interested to take on a new role on another daytime show. To begin, Madison stated she was fired from DOL and given specifics about how Belle would be written out. Madison, on the other hand, was given another day's script and a new plan to keep her in town, so she might periodically volunteer her legal services to Selamites in need. Although the door was left open for Madison to do more, the entire experience taught Madison that she deserved to be more than simply a side character. Days hasn't treated Belle as an important player in a long time, so Madison turned down the option for a recurring role. Madison is clearly seeking for a contract, but the good news is that she'd join another soap if they could make her a better offer. READTS to learn what happens next on days of our lives. I love daytime TV and working in soap operas, Madison explained. I'm an avid fan of the genre. Any of the series would be an honor for me to work on. Madison is merely seeking for more than a few cameos and the opportunity to play meaningful narratives as someone interesting. I just want to make sure it's going to be a dynamic character that would be featured regularly, Madison remarked of the possibility of appearing on another drama. This might mean a new role for Martha Madison on General Hospital, The Young and the Restless, or The Bold and the Beautiful. It's worth noting that Madison played Elizabeth Weber when she temporarily replaced Rebecca Herbst in 2011. Madison could easily play a new character or perhaps a recast of an existing one on GH, which loves to bring in actresses from other soaps. Some fans on social media have said Madison might be an amazing new Sarah Weber, Serena Baldwin, or even Hayden Barnes. Martha Madison could possibly appear on The Young and the Restless or The Bold and the Beautiful. No matter where Madison ends up, it'd be fantastic to see her take on a new role on GH, Y and R, or B and B at some time. Days of Our Lives spoilers indicate that Belle's final DOL air date will be in early November, so stay tuned for updates on the details of her final appearance for the time being. CTO will have more Hot Days of Our Lives spoilers. Maggie Kyriakis, Suzanne Rogers will take a journey down memory lane, according to Days of Our Lives spoilers for Friday, August 18. Maggie will reflect on their past together as she mourns the passing of Victor Kyriakis, John Aniston. Maggie could ponder on some personal experiences and have flashbacks of her entire stay in Salem because Friday's episode marks Suzanne Rogers' 50th DOL anniversary. Brady Black, Eric Mott-Solf, will get into a furious dispute with Xander Cook, Paul Telfer, and Xander will deck him in a fit of wrath, according to Other Days spoilers. As this feud heats up, there will undoubtedly be some squabbling over Chloe Lane, Nadia Bjorlin. When the hostility softens to mutual regret over Victor's death, Xander and Brady will have a deep hug. Kate Roberts Brady, Lauren Koslow, appears to be facing close queries about why she was muttering about Philip Kyriakis, Jean-Paul Lavoisier, at the pub. According to Days teasers, Kate will get out of this jam and phone Philip, despite her reservations. What happens next on Days of Our Lives? Kate does not want Philip to return home and be arrested because he framed Brady for his fake death, but Roman Brady, Josh Taylor, persuaded her that she needed to tell Philip the truth about Victor. Of course, Victor's fate was discussed as a worldwide news story, but Kate had a deal with Philip's mental health facility and had hoped to keep him out of any updates. Kate will be ready to confess to Philip over the phone at this point, but the institution may notify her that her son checked himself out. Days teasers indicate that Kate will make a dramatic discovery, so learning that Philip is no longer alive would suit the bill. Meanwhile, Sean Brady, Brandon Beamer, will struggle to deal with Victor's unfortunate outcome. Belle Black Brady, Martha Madison, will try her hardest to console Sean, but it will be difficult because he will feel responsible. Victor's journey began with a visit to Beau Brady's Peter Reckell facility, but he plainly had other mystery plans after that. DOO fans will recall that Victor's plane wreckage was discovered in the Mediterranean, far from the location where Beau is presently being held. Sean, on the other hand, won't have all the details and will continue to blame himself for putting Beau in a coma and forcing Victor's travel to visit him. According to Days of Our Lives spoilers, Victor's funeral ceremony will bring about some additional unpleasant moments in the future, so stay tuned. CDL is the place to go for Days of Our Lives spoilers. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.